And we are live, everybody. Let me make sure. Do I have everything set up? I think so. Let me remove that because that's not even. It should be up then. Because I don't know why else that's not. That's not. I had in the description, did I? Yo, what's good, Alex? What's good? What's good? What's good? As you can see, I am here. Barely made it here, actually. But we are here nonetheless. Why is my mouse trying to work with me? Work with me. Work with me. And okay, that should be good then. Okay, now for this, I don't know why it's um. Is there a where is the I could use this one, right? If it works. If it works, I could use this one. Because the other one's just making the voices, whatever that was very weird. I'm so glad TNA is on AMC. Nah, facts. I think it makes it more accessible for a lot of people to watch now, if you ask me. Because I think with them, trying to be a big deal and trying to get more people in tune with their product, this is a good thing for them. Because they needed to capitalize in a big way, and what better way than having them do something like this. So I do think at the very least there's that element there, and we have AJ kicking off the show. You gotta love that. Yeah, it was good, Katie. It was good. Was good. Was good. Is this gonna be a weekly thing? I wonder if all TNAs is gonna start at 8. Cause usually when I was be watching TNA, I was watching at 7 my time. So I don't know if their new schedule's gonna be where they're gonna be from like 8 to 10. Watching show probably gonna be great. I feel like it's gonna be a great show if they're trying to set the tone and really trying to do something really really monumental here. Hey, Katie, yeah, facts. Hope all of you are doing good on this Thursday. Then let me get this finished real quick, cause for whatever reason I didn't. Cause this is weird. This is very very weird. Um, let me do it this way. Matter of fact, let me make sure the chat is up. Well, let me give me a sec. I need to make sure the chat's up first, cause okay, the chat's there. True, I thought TNA was usually gonna start at 7. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's gonna be like from what 8 to 10 my time, cause it's usually a 2-hour show. Usually, it's usually a 2-hour show. So if that's the case, then I guess that's gonna be like a weekly thing where they do that week in week out. I wish Samoa Joe was back in TNA. Yeah, facts. Because I want to see those two. I want to see him and AJ kind of have like one more match, especially like when you considering like the fact that, you know, this is like retirement year and everything like that. This has been a great opportunity for them to like feature him and Samoa Joe, in my personal opinion, because that is something I want to see. That is something I actually really want to see. Honestly, not gonna even lie to you. Early 2000s TNA was goaded. Nah, facts. Because I actually was watching a little bit of like TNA around that time. Like, honestly, when I started getting get introduced to like wrestling, it was literally WWE and TNA. And I think over the years I went back to watch like a little bit of like WCW and ECW. I mean, granted, I was watching ECW, but it wasn't like the ECW that people remember. This might be a hot take, but I think Powerhouse Hobbs is better off in NXT main roster. I agree because I feel like him being featured on the roster and everything like that, you want to be able to get him used to the WWE style and the system and everything like that before going ahead and doing that. So that's my little take on that. But I do think there's hopefully hope there that they could do something really monumental there. Now you got Elias. Oh, you got the Hardy Boards. I would pair him with Ricky. Let's get 7 more followers on Twitch before Rumble. Facts. And you got BDE out there too. I know a lot of the like content creators were there tonight. Are there tonight? Yeah, they look like they got a pack house tonight. Hardy Boys music is phenomenal. I know what you meant. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Good TNA. Like who you got winning tonight? I got Santana winning it back, but I do know that we will see Nick Nemeth potentially cash in. So we got a 6 man. I think I remember that he put him on the horse, and the horse took him off. That was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Happy birthday, Kelly Kelly and Shane O'Mac. I didn't even know Shane O'Mac's birthday was this month. Hope Texas beat Patriots this weekend. I feel like we are going to. Wait, we play Saturday or Sunday? I know we played this weekend though. Oh, we play Sunday. So we play Sunday. Yeah, we should be able to though. They already got LA Knight on a commercial, bro. On a car show commercial. They got LA Knight and Ric Flair on a car show commercial, bro. What is going on? LOL, I saw Dub lost to Try Not to Laugh. He had to wear a Brock shirt. Yeah, facts. And then Roz had to wear a Dallas Cowboy uh jersey to a Texans game. Well, no, it was a Texas watch party, but that's kind of crazy though. That was kind of low key crazy if you ask me. There's no way. I feel like if I was doing like a try not to laugh, I probably would fail pretty much every single time because I just like to laugh. That's just that thing about me. I like to laugh, so yeah, I probably fail every time because I'm just a person that loves to laugh. So I don't think I would pass. To be honest with you, I know this weekend like how similar to like how I did that stream earlier this week when I was reacting. I might do some more of those this weekend, and I'll probably do like a stream where we'll probably just react to different things, mostly Rumble content. Really, we'll pretty much be reacting to Rumble content type stuff. So um, I might do that this weekend, cause I mean, unless I do it like during the week, I mean, which I might be able to. But like the next 2 weekends are gonna be more really busy. So um, yeah, cause we got Saturday night main event next Saturday, and the Saturday after that is the Royal Rumble. So um, most likely, more than likely, I'll pretty much try to react to a lot of stuff this weekend, and then I'll pretty much put those clips out throughout the week. Um, like similar to how I did today. And I probably put out some other type of content like some 2K stuff because I haven't really been doing 2K content like that. So I might do some 2K stuff for like Saturday night main event, and then Royal Rumble. I know that I'm gonna do some stuff like that. And then plus, I know the week of the Rumble, I'm pretty much gonna be doing my predictions. I'm also gonna be doing my subscribers' predictions as well. I also have some videos talking about 5 people who should win the women's and 5 people who should win the men's. Um, and everything like that, and then pretty much putting the winners that I do think are gonna win this year's Rumbles in 2K, pretty much trying to win with them from number one spot. I'll pretty much be doing that. Um, yeah, but yeah, I think there's a lot of different type of content that I do plan to bring out for you guys within the next couple of days. Because I think we're what 15 days away from the Royal Rumble, 15, 16, from the Royal Rumble. So yeah, I think 16. I would say top five all time wrestlers TNA. Honestly, when it comes to like TNA, I gotta put AJ, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle. Honestly, had a decent run in TNA. Um, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. Those are like my top five. So for me, it would be AJ Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, Christopher Daniels, and Frankie Kazarian. Oh, oh, not the women get hit with the twist of fate. One, two, and pushing. Why are we pushing? I would love to see Kane in his prime versus Monster Abyss in his prime. That would have been a really interesting match. I think that would have been a really good match if you ask me. Ooh, oh, that knee. Uh-oh. Swanton. One, two, and they beat Order 4. Let's go. Hey, that was a good opening match for TNA. I thought it was a decent match. This was a really good, decent match to open up your show, to really set the tone for TNA. I feel like they're about to attack the Hardys because they have a title match this week. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. There are no friends when the tag team titles are on the line. That's all I'm gonna say. I kind of knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. And you're bringing up the chain too? I. Oh nah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-uh. Nah. Uh-uh. Chat, are y'all seeing this? No, that hurts way more. Yo, what's good, Scott? No, you're not. You're holding the tag team titles for your match. Oh, nah. Uh, I don't know too much about the Righteous, but brother, put that back in your mouth, bro. Ain't nobody trying to see all that. Oh, I'm loving this. No, he's on that TNA World Championship. He might be coming for that. He's coming for that TNA World Championship, chat. When is Ash? I don't think Ash Athletics is going to be returning anytime soon. To be honest with you, I don't know what the severity of her injury is going to be, but it looks like she's silently retired. Apparently, I mean, unless they're going to bring her back. Leo, did you like my comment about Liv in your video? I have to go back and watch it, Scott. But I think it was Liv. Was it the one about Liv running the group? I think that's what you said. I think it was my reaction that I think I did. And you had said something about her running the group. Is that the comment you left? I'm just trying to double check. Okay, yeah, okay, I've seen it. Yeah, yeah, she kind of does run the group. If you want me to be honest with you, she kind of does. Leah, did you finish the reaction of Liv and Roxanne on the Raw recap? Yes, I did actually. Leo, do you remember the wrestling? Do you remember that? What was it? Do you remember that wrestling hour-long show on MTV in the early 2000s called Wrestling Society? Briefly, I briefly remember it. I briefly remember it. To be honest with you, I briefly remember it. Was good, Caleb. Was good. Was good. Was good. Do y'all know how long the week their shows are for TNA? Cause I think they always been what 2 hours, right? So Leo, have you seen the new preview of Scream 7? I see it. I have to actually go back and I'm gonna rewatch it again. I watched it actually this morning, and I'm gonna go back and rewatch it again to kind of get like a full on dissection of what's probably gonna be happening. Leo, did you hear that Drew might have a short reign with the title, and that they are trying to put the title back on Cody and to have him face Roman Part 3? I haven't heard anything recently about that. I know they probably did hear that they might not do that at Mania, that they might go in a different direction. Drew might have a short reign because he's filming a movie soon. Do you guys know how soon he's supposed to be filming the movie? Cause I did hear something about him filming a movie, but I could have sworn it was gonna probably be like after Mania or something. Highlander. 2001 Hurricane. Neither. None. None of the above. I'm not. What is your early for Saturday night and who was winning? I got Sammy probably winning for the Fatal 4-Way. Oh, Candice Michelle's on the show too? No, I do not. 2001 Hurricane. No, I do not. Talk about scrambling your eggs. That's what I call. That's what I call scrambling your eggs. Oh, okay. I knew you were joking. 2001 Hurricane. Leo for president. Hey, so we got Santino coming out. I know people are gonna already be coming at me in the comment section. Why weren't you on TNA? Because I kid you not, it's not even funny how many times I've been told that. It's like, it's ridiculous, y'all. Like, it's not even funny, chat. Like, literally, every time somebody uh goes to a wrestling show and it's like full of content creators, dude, it's ridiculous. Like, how many times people have literally reached out to me saying, like, oh, why you weren't there? I don't know. Your guess is good as mine. Either I just didn't get an invite or I just didn't have time to go. That's all this really is. So, I mean, it is what it is. TNA. Facts. Talk about a person that's been watching TNA for a while. T- Santino's the Rey Mysterio of the TNA, pretty much getting turned on by his own flesh and blood. Seriously. Dallas. I'm C. Right. Who is this? Oh! What? No way. No way. She's in TNA, bro? Formerly known as Sonya Deville. Oh my god, bro. Let's go. She did an amazing job when she was doing like GM stuff like in WWE. Leah, did you hear Powerhouse? I did see it's a possibility he's going there. I don't know about like him signing officially on paper, but I know he's not like with AEW. Mandor's please sign with TNA, bro. If she signs with TNA, that's a dub. Oh lord. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ouch. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. Who is it? Oh, Elena Black, formerly known as Cora Jade, is in TNA. Oh, let's go. Let's freaking go. Okay, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Sign me up. Sign me up for that. I'm all for it. Can y'all get behind that, chat? What y'all think, chat? I'm all for it for her being in TNA. I think she's gonna kill it on there. I think with the amount of talent that they have, she would fit right into their system. She would fit right into their system, in my personal opinion. I honestly really do agree. Yeah, she's still young too, so she has a lot of leeway there to kind of really grow and continue to keep growing and get better. In my personal opinion, she's only 25 exactly. Wait, she's 25. She's the same age as me. I thought she was 24 or something. We got the knockouts titles on the on the line. But like you said earlier, I could see Nick cashing in and during. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it could make it a triple threat, and then maybe that's how you can get the title. Because I feel like regardless, you want to put the title on Santana. Will they continue the NXT? Yeah, I feel like they're still gonna continue it. They're still gonna be continuing it. They're already still doing it because they already have one of their champions still part of NXT. So of course they're probably gonna still do it. Yeah, they're still gonna do it though. Wrestling on 5 nights a week. Wow. Wrestling on, oh yeah, 5 nights a week now. Yeah, because you have Raw, NXT, AEW, TNA, SmackDown. Yep. What's good? What's good? What's good, Wolf? What's good? Appreciate the follow, man. but it's awesome. Exactly, and I think it gives a lot of the fans more opportunities to view wrestling for those who are really hardcore, diehard fans of wrestling, like and stuff like that. So it really gives them another opportunity. Just realized I haven't been following your Twitch, just came in to do that. No problem. Wolf, hope you're having an amazing Thursday. Hope you're enjoying TNA as well. Oh my gosh, my typing is awful. I don't know why I can't do it like the way I used to do when I do clips now. For whatever reason, you can't. You're not able to do it the way I used to. For whatever reason. Huh? Lee, I know I access every stream, but can you do a backflip? I can't. I wish I could though. You got the face. He's just doing this. He said no. I don't know. I'm not. I don't. What is this? Oh my god. What is this? I have no idea what that was, but that wasn't it. That's all I'm about to say. That was not it. And they're already going after the Asian brand already. Punk playing a cop. Where? Oh, I see it. You got Justin Long and CM Punk playing in the movie. Hey, I might have to go tune into this. That looks like a decent movie. So is it supposed to be like, from what I'm seeing, like a vampire movie? Maybe I interpreted it wrong, but it looked like a vampire movie. Leo named 250 wrestlers LL in 10 minutes. I couldn't even do that. Who you got for this match, chat? Will you be live tomorrow night, Leo? Yeah, I will be. I think SmackDown's gonna be coming on during the day again, though, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't it? SmackDown coming on early again? I know they will be next week because they're in Saudi. So, Um, no, not next week. The week after, the week of the Rumble, they'll be going back early. But I think the next 2 weeks they're gonna be on early. Yeah, I got inspiration retaining. Yeah, they're gonna be early on SmackDown for the next 2 weeks. Then I know the next 2 weeks. Yeah, so it's like I'll probably still be streaming it like early in the day and everything. I don't know what it is, but it's like it's been somewhat enjoyable, like having it be early on in the day. Oh yeah, so whoever wins this match is gonna face them. Well, it's gonna be three teams fighting to compete against them. So it really just depends on who. I feel like they're gonna retain regardless, but then there's the possibility they could change the titles here. But I feel like they're saving the big title change for like the main event. Because I think Soul and Zarya are gonna win, so they could give it to the heels here. So for them to win it, but we'll see. They could do a title change tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Are you going to upload the? I told you they were gonna win. Probably. I told you they were gonna retain. You're gonna get the. I can't do the recap interview, but I could probably do the men's rumble that I did. Isn't BD supposed to be competing tonight? Cause I could have sworn they said he was supposed to compete tonight. I don't know. Maybe I misread the wrong website. I guess I don't know. But I could have sworn they said something about that. I'm guessing they're gonna make the main event at least 20 minutes or so, 20, 30 minutes, something along the lines of that. Because they usually tend to make. I don't know how they usually do like their main events like on their televised shows. I know like on like their pay per views and stuff, they tend to make it like 2025, so maybe they could go that distance. What do y'all think, Chad? Do you guys think it'll be like a long main event? Do you guys think they'll with it being commercial still it'll probably be like a very short one where it might be like 10 minutes or so, but then like you gotta consider commercials and everything. So we already got a few interesting things going on in the show tonight. Pretty much, we ended up getting Elena Black, formerly known as Core Jade, showing up. We had AJ Styles show up. I guess it looked like he's probably teasing something with between him and Frankie Kazarian, potentially for the TNA World Championship, or at least maybe a feud with Frankie Kazarian. I don't know if it's gonna be for the title or not. I feel like they might give it to Santana tonight. New TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions and the Elegance brand, and we got um Sonya Deville showing up on TNA as well. I think that's a very gonna be a very interesting story. Like, cause she's done some really good things when she was in WWE doing her thing. So I feel like that's gonna be a very interesting touch to TNA for sure. At least from like the general manager aspect, and seeing what storylines could come of that just based off of that alone. What y'all think of this new night? What was it? Night Patrol? I think that's what it's called. What y'all think of that? Chad, do you guys are you guys interested in that movie? Are you guys gonna go see it? Night Patrol? I there Night Control. Night Patrol. I love vampire films. I mean, I've seen a few vampire films, but some of them were good. Some of them not so much. I do think she's gonna become a TNA Knockouts champion very, very soon. They're probably gonna have some in the Rumble, Scott. They're probably gonna have at least maybe the TNA champion. So maybe they'll have like Lang Lee, maybe Indy Hartwell. I think those are two that I can see being in it. If Ash by Elegance was not hurt or whatever injury that she may be dealing with, I could see her being in the Rumble as well, considering that she is a notable name amongst like the WWE fans. I forgot she was in MMA. Wow, bro. So you're telling me we're about to get Zarya? We're getting Zarya and Lang Lee. I know they're going after the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions at some point. I feel like they might even be winners of them. They might even win them. But I'm not mad at the fact that they could be setting them up potentially going after some singles gold. That's going to cause a rip between those two. I'm just saying that right now. She said, she told her to turn around. I don't know what it is with Zarya that they're not getting right. Like, she should be booked like a monster to be able to go in there and dominate with her opponents that she's coming across. That should be a hell. Yeah, that's what I agree. That's gonna be a really good match. But will they finally give her a win? Because it's like she's supposed to on paper be this monster of the division or NXT, but just doesn't get booked as such. They don't really book her like that. Like, she's losing in matches where I feel like she should be winning. It's crazy when you go back and think. I did not think Chris Sabin was an actual um, TNA World Champion. I knew Alex Shelley was. So I guess we got the Sus and then main event. So I'm guessing the main event's gonna be what, maybe 20 minutes at that. Because I feel like you got commercials and that's gonna be like usually a little bit. Then you got the entrance plus whatever the whatever. So it's probably gonna be going at least up to the very least. But how y'all enjoying TNA so far? Do you guys Are you guys okay with it? I'm thinking it's a decent show. I will say that much. I'm just hoping Santana wins the title back because I feel like you're setting this show up to be really good and everything, or at least like a solid, first episode. And I feel like you want the the final visual that people see or whatever is a good one. Definitely. TNA been good so far tonight. I agree. I thought it's been decent. It's been decent tonight. Leo, in Instagram, I sent you a WWE quiz. You should definitely try out. Okay, I'll look at it. Matter of fact, I'll look at it right now since we're on commercial still. Okay, I see it. I see. Yeah, I sent it. I'm looking at it right now. So we're gonna have him on Genesis as well. I believe in Joe Hendry. I think we all do. Well, we got an intergender match. Ryan Nemeth and Mara Sade, an intergender match. That's crazy. I can't believe it's JDC's last match. I wonder who's gonna be like the new person that's gonna replace the system. So now we got main event time, main event time, main event time, main event time. What y'all think about the main event, chat? What y'all expect to happen in the main event? Do you think we might get like a shock on the episode? What do y'all think, chat? Do you guys? I mean, besides like the match itself, do you guys think we'll get like some type of cliffhanger, a big moment to end the show to really keep people talking about what to expect on next week's show? What do y'all think? Because I do think Nick Nimitz is going to get involved in this and try to make it a triple threat. That's going to cause a little bit more riff and more chaos on top of the match that we're already going to be getting. Yeah, it should be good. It definitely should be good. Oh no, not Dixie Carter. Talk about the dark days of TNA. Let's be real here. The dark days of TNA under her leadership. I've been watching TNA for a long time. The crowd is booing. She was under the leadership during the dark days of TNA. You talking about 2013? Yeah. New. But we got Bully Ray. Calling that dark days is not enough to describe it. Yeah, it really was. Because if you think about it, like 2000, imagine it, chat. Picture 2013, 14, that like era of TNA. That was no, no. I could not. I think I was watching TNA for a long time. Even when it started to get really bad, I think when Hulk Hogan was there and everything like that. But like, I think it got to the point when it got to 2013, 2014. I took a break. I literally stopped. I don't think I got back into TNA watching it again until like 2019, 2020. Like during the time when you had Sammy Callahan down there, he was world champion. The person that, people call a racist, when she was there and everything like that, I was watching during. That's when I started to really pick back up and started watching again. There was a sign behind commentators saying "Oil up Santi's app." Oh Lord, I know Santi's app. I don't know if he's watching tonight, but like, if that's the case, yeah, he's gonna know about it. He's gonna know about it. He will definitely know about it. He will definitely know about it if there's anything. Or talking about a sign. Wonder if Jeff Jarrett's watching this. He probably more likely probably is. I wouldn't be surprised if that he wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not. I mean, well, I would be surprised if he wasn't watching because I feel like he would be. Yeah, they're definitely giving this at least 20 minutes, probably less than that, because you're gonna get a commercial break and then shenanigans. So there's that. I was thinking they were gonna get at least like the main event, at least 30. But then again, I feel like they're kind of run it like how they do NXT, where it's like things that don't really. They'll usually give them like 15 minutes to kind of work with, and then it's like when it gets to like that last 10 minutes, things really start to pick up and everything like that. You might get some shenanigans there and everything. So they could be running it similar to how they run NXT when it comes to like their time constraints and stuff. But honestly, if I ever was like a wrestler and I had to pick like a company to compete in, I would say WWE. But like if it's not WWE for whatever reason, if I'd never made it to WWE, TNA is gonna be like the place that I would want to go to. TNA, because I feel like it's kind of in the middle if it's like of indie, but like also big TV and everything like that. But I can continue to keep working on my craft, improving and stuff like that. So I do think TNA would be a place that I would love to go to, considering there's a lot of history behind it. It's a lot of stuff that I can learn. I honestly feel like that would be the place probably for me. Leo would be Liv's personal. Oh Lord, no, absolutely not. I mean, I can't do that, Alex, if I'm not in WWE. First of all, and second of all, if I was in WWE, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. They pitched me. They pitched me that storyline. Gots to go. You can send me back down to NXT. I'm not doing that storyline. The Richards brothers storyline was the most boring thing I watched in this company. I remember that the Richards storyline. I briefly remember it, but I remember it. Yeah, that was a pretty boring storyline. That had no substance there. There was really nothing there, to be honest with you. Leah, what do you think of Live on Steph's podcast? I actually enjoyed it. I feel like the thing is, I mean, and I say this about every wrestler, there's stories that we don't know, and and how they got to where they are. I honestly feel like, and it really just showed why I've been a fan of Liv for so long. And I know a lot of people might say, oh, it's because of her looks or anything like that. No, I've always been a fan of Liv Morgan. Like even when she was doing her stuff in NXT when she was a local competitor, becoming Marley. Like during that time period when people really didn't see anything in her, I did see that there was something there that they could potentially, build with her. It just was gonna take time. I appreciate that, Scott, as well. But I really do think she really was able to show who you were, and if you were watching it, and you guys can let me know if I'm wrong, you were able to kind of separate Liv Morgan from Gianna, right? She gave you an insight of the character versus the person behind the character. And I enjoyed that. And I like when wrestlers are able to do this. If not WWE, I will go to Ring of Honor. I think I can learn. I can't do Ring of Honor just because it's like, granted, I mean, I could, but then it's like, I really, and I'm not saying I couldn't learn there, but I want to give myself the best opportunity to really push myself to the absolute limit. That's why I would put myself in a TNA. I could go to Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor doesn't really have a lot going for it right now. And I want to give myself an opportunity to do the best that I could if I was to become a wrestler. But like going back to what I was saying, Scott, you got an insight of who Liv Morgan is, and I want to see WWE, whether if it's this year or some point during the year or in future years, to them to kind of give us more of an insight of Liv Morgan and let her display that in maybe a new character where maybe she comes a babyface again. We can see this because it's like one thing about Liv, regardless if she's a heel or not, she is very emotional when it comes to these moments. That's why a lot of times when you see her having these big moments and she's happy, it's because she understands that a couple years ago this wouldn't be possible for her, especially with her trajectory and how people perceived her, and where she felt like she wasn't getting the opportunities that she felt like she have earned and has, grinded for. But then it all turned around. She was able to get more opportunities. She broke through that mold and she started to become a bigger, role player, becoming a bigger having a bigger spot on the card and everything like that. And now and seeing where she is, and she's made it very clear in many, interviews where she feels like she's just getting started, and I can see where she's coming from. Because granted, she's been in the WWE for over a decade, but she really didn't start coming into her own really until like 2022 or 2023. I know in interviews she said it maybe in 2024 where she had that character coming back with the Revenge Tour, where she felt she started to really take off and come into her own as an individual, as a professional wrestler, as a character, and she started to improve on the different aspects as a wrestler, whether it was promos, in the ring, the way her presentation, how she carries herself as a character. I think she started to nail home that when she really got the opportunity to really step into this Judgment Day storyline and really, be a heel. Because the last time we really seen her as a heel was in a faction, but she started to display that as a singles person, and now she's in the Judgment Day and everything that's happening right now, and the storyline we could be setting up between her and Raquel and maybe Roxanne if they want to do some triple threat. I think we're really setting things up for a potential big time match for Liv Morgan at WrestleMania 42 this year, which I honestly think she has definitely earned with everything that she's done, making everything that she's been given work. She's everything that she's done, from the Riot Squad to the crazy gimmick to, the underdog to now being the heel. Everything that she's been given, she has tried to work to the best of her ability. With cheater or booter, babyface, heel, tweener, whatever you want to call it, she's made everything work. And I honestly think that deserves to be rewarded. So, yeah. But I honestly did like the her on the podcast. I think she really just was able to go in there and really tell us some stories that we may have not heard, some of her upbringing, some things that I didn't know. Liv and Alexa deserve better push. I honestly think Alexa's gonna get a big push, but not like to like the main event scene. Maybe post Mania. Maybe post Mania we could see that. Maybe post Mania we could see a big push for her. But I do think at the very least we will see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte have a match at WrestleMania in a non-title match, and I think that's gonna be one of your bigger matches on the card. That's outside of the title picture. I do think they're gonna do, and if for Liv Morgan, I do think she is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble, and I'm gonna make a very, I'm gonna make this comparison. If you guys remember Saturday's night main event last year, we had Jey Uso versus Gunther, and if I'm gonna tell you what happened, Jey Uso lost the World Heavyweight Championship match against Gunther on that Saturday night main event, and mind you, Saturday night main event last year was the week before the Rumble. Just so happens this year it's the same thing. The Saturday night main event is going to have Liv Morgan on the card before the Rumble. The week before the Rumble, Liv Morgan is going to compete for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Look what happened with Jey Uso. He didn't win the World Championship, went on the very next week to win the Royal Rumble match. I think we could be setting things up for a copy-paste here. And I think if they're playing their cards the way I think they are, Liv Morgan will go on and win the Women's Royal Rumble, setting things up for a match at WrestleMania 42. Granted, I know a lot of people are saying, what about Bianca? Bianca's the bigger name. She's the bigger star. But here's the thing. I don't think WWE is going to put themselves in a position to where currently we don't know what the status of Bianca Belair is right now. For all I know, she could be injured. She could be still dealing with that finger injury and everything like that. So we really don't know the surroundings of the injury, right? Granted, if she's back, a lot of people are going to be clamoring for her. She's the favorite. She's the bigger name. They're the one that people know that she could deliver or whatever the case is. I get that. I get it. But we just seen Charlotte win the Royal Rumble for the second time last year. So you're telling me Bianca Belair is going to come back and she's going to win it again? You're telling me Bianca, who already won the Royal Rumble in 2021, mind you, she's going to come back and win the second Royal Rumble. So you're telling me if this is what they're doing, you're having two women win the Royal Rumble twice in back-to-back years. No, I don't think that's what they should be doing. It's not. If I'm not saying I hate Bianca or anything like that, because people are going to take it out of context. I do not hate Bianca. Bianca is one of the very best women in the WWE right now. Whether you like her or not, she is one of the best wrestlers. But however, we got to call a spade here. If you do give her the Royal Rumble victory, that it's two women winning the back-to-back Rumbles in back-to-back years. Charlotte won her second, Bianca wins her second. I don't see that, because regardless, here's the thing. We already know if Bianca won, we know she's not picking Stephanie. We already know this. This is established. We don't even need to debate that. We already know if she wins that Rumble, she's going to face Jade. They're going to tell a story. However, shouldn't you want to build up that match in a different way? Wouldn't you want the fans to get really behind Bianca, besides her being bad and everything? You want to build a story now that she's back. Pretty much you can have a story where, okay, Jade Cargill feels threatened, right? You can have a storyline going into the Elimination Chamber this year where Bianca's going to be in that match, and Jade Cargill doing everything that she is doing to keep Bianca from winning that chamber match. That is a story I can get behind. Jade Cargill is now this heel champion that's doing anything and everything to protect her championship, trying to keep Bianca, because she knows Bianca will be her biggest threat and will pose as a threat to her championship. And she will do anything and everything to keep that moment from happening. That is a story I can get behind. Maybe you're putting Bianca against the wall here. That is going to create sympathy. If you're trying to build up a story between Bianca and Jade, you want to create sympathy for Bianca Belair. Her coming back and winning the Rumble doesn't really do anything. We already have a story right now with Liv Morgan that we can honestly explore, because now if you do have Liv Morgan, at least when Liv Morgan being the Royal Rumble winner, you can toy with the idea that she could pick somebody else before she makes her decision, right? If we have Bianca win, you can't, that aspect and that element of unpredictability is not really there. We already know what's going to happen. Granted, the same thing can be said for Liv, but at the very least, there is some type of unpredictability there. Because, first of all, there's different things you're accomplishing with Liv Morgan winning this match. First of all, she's competing in her first WrestleMania match that is not a tag team match. That's one. Second of all, you're accomplishing the story of her being the runner-up, pretty much being the bridesmaid, never the bride. You're also accomplishing the fact that you already capitalized on one of your biggest storylines, and a fact that you also teased the match between Liv Morgan and none other than Stephanie right when she came back. You also have the underlining story of the Judgment Day and the Judgment Day fallout. Liv Morgan winning that Rumble, and who's to say at the very same time they don't end up having Raquel end up winning that women's championship. That's going to make things even more unpredictable, because it's like now Liv Morgan has to make a decision. Will she go after Jade, or does she have to make that decision to go after none other than Raquel? Right? So if Raquel gets a note of this, who's to say Raquel, being this heel that she is, and she takes out Liv because she knows for a fact there's a possibility she might pick her for WrestleMania. You see what I'm saying? You see what I done cooked up right there? You see what I'm saying? But it's like, you can't keep dangling that carrot in front of fans' face if you cannot keep dangling that carrot of Liv Morgan coming close to these matches and not winning it. You're gonna create and I honestly think when it comes, and I think somebody made it very clear, I think it was Alex that said it, the fans are not really behind Bianca in Saudi Arabia. They have their favorites on who they cheer for and who they like seeing on their screens. And if you've been paying attention to them going over to Saudi in their past few shows, the three that they are very much behind is Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. I feel like those are your main two right there. Those are your main two. Outside of that, I don't know. I'm basically going off of what I've seen in crowd reactions and maybe if you want to add a third, maybe Tiffany Stratton. That might be your three right there. Yeah, Katie, they've been fumbling. Because it's like, and here's another thing. If it really comes down to Bianca and Liv has to get her get back. Because if you look at the chamber and everything that's taking place this year, yeah, she's going to have to get her get back. Because if you think about it, Bianca went over Liv in the chamber last year. Plus, she used her braid. That is a back-to-back loss. Yeah, they are doing the same thing with LA Knight. But here's the thing, though. Scott. Liv Morgan's been a world champion, though. LA Knight has not been given that opportunity. I agree. Alex. Like I said, on that day, we probably gonna have to say a prayer together for Liv Morgan winning the Women's Royal Rumble. We might just have to do that. Yeah, because Bianca got her, she got her moment last year winning the chamber for the second time. Yeah, the fans would boo. Yo, what's good, David? They could do that, but I really would not want to see that. Because you're automatically going to have people, if you're trying to make Roxanne a star, I get it. She made a really brilliant effort last year being pretty much the runner-up, right? But you cannot tell me Liv Morgan doesn't deserve to win the Rumble. You can't. You can't sit up here and say that the fans are going to boo. They're probably going to literally, I wouldn't say boycott, but it's going to be an out. They're going to be in an uproar. Exactly, but Bianca's already won it twice. She's already won the chamber twice. Liv Morgan has to do something at Mania that's not tag team. She has to. And she deserves a title match. She's never competed for a world championship at WrestleMania. Exactly. That's the difference between Bianca. I get it, she's coming back and people are going to be happy. But we have to understand she has won this before. She's won the Rumble. She's been headlining WrestleManias. She just headlined in a World Championship match last year because she won the Chamber. And here's a stat that people don't know: every women's Rumble winner tends to goes to pick the SmackDown title. If you look at pretty much the inception of the Royal Rumble and who they pretty much went on to face, look at Asuka. She chose Charlotte, who's SmackDown Women's Champion. Becky, she chose pretty much Ronda, who's Raw Women's Champion, but they ended up putting the SmackDown Women's Championship in there as well. Look at 2020 NXT Women's Championship, 2021 SmackDown Women's Championship, 2022 SmackDown, 2023 SmackDown, 2024 SmackDown, 2025 SmackDown. All of these pretty much women have chosen the SmackDown title. Nobody really full on clear cut chose the Raw title. That's why I think it also plays into Liv Morgan's favor, because nobody's really chosen that. You don't need to overcomplicate it. The story is right there. The story is right there. There's no need to complicate it with Liv. The story is right there. You're telling two potential good storylines with her. She hasn't even had a singles match, let alone compete for a world championship. Every match that she's been in has been for the tag team titles. In fact, she's been in every single one of them. Been in every single one, and she has the most runner-up appearances for the Royal Rumble. Most runner-ups. It's gonna be a crime. It's gonna be a crime if she does not win. We cannot have any more tag team matches for her. You cannot tell me for one of your best wrestlers on your show, the best thing you can come up with her for WrestleMania every single year is tag team matches. You cannot be sitting up here and say that. Give Rhea and Io a break. Rhea's been in world championship matches since she's been on the main roster. When it comes to Io, she's been champion in the last two WrestleManias, world champion wise. So why not give Liv Morgan, who's a top star that's never done it? Spin the block. Let's go. Oh my gosh. I actually thought it was three. I thought there was three. I thought there was three. Spin the block. Is that it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And no, the TNA World Champion. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love to see. This is a decent main event, bro. This is a solid main event. 3. What? And are you guys watching AEW or something? We're watching TNA. Okay, so that was the end of TNA, you guys. Like I said, this was a very solid show. They gave us some really good, interesting things to pretty much look forward to on the debut of them being on AMC. I mean, you got Cora Jade, Elena Black showing up. You got Sonya Deville showing up. You got AJ on the show, new Knockouts Tag Team Champions, new TNA World Champion, and none other than Santana. Which, I mean, I think he was going to make. They pretty much doing the same thing they did with Trick. When Trick lost the championship, he regained it on the first episode when they went to CW. So they were kind of doing like a copy paste here. I kind of feel like they were going to give the championship back to Santana here. So that was an awesome episode. I don't know if we'll stream this like every single week or anything like that, but like we'll try to catch it pretty much here and there. We'll see. But tomorrow we will be streaming SmackDown, which I think is gonna be coming out early in the day if I'm not mistaken. So we'll be looking. I'll look out for that. I do have some other content that I do plan to bring up for you guys throughout the week. Royal Rumble content, some other content I do plan to do as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to bringing out this other content for you guys. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it and everything like that as we are on the road to Saturday Night Main Event next Saturday. And then the week after that, the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. One man, one woman will punch their ticket to WrestleMania. And I'm very excited for that. Hopefully this year we do see the right winners. I will say in the previous years I have called the men's correctly, but for whatever reason, the women's have always been the ones that I don't want to see win the Royal Rumble. But hopefully this year we actually get what we do want to see and everything like that. So we'll hopefully we'll get our wish. But I appreciate everybody stopping through. Alex, Steve, David. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, hopefully for SmackDown and everything like that. And plus, I do have some other content that I'm going to try to drop for you guys this weekend. I might try to do another stream for you guys, maybe on Saturday. I know we will have something going on. Pretty much, we'll do the men's version of the video that we did, pretty much for none other than because I know I did the women's with you guys. We'll do the men's. So I'm going to try to do that with you guys this weekend and everything like that. So stay tuned for that. I had an amazing time pretty much talking Royal Rumble with you guys. I'm also going to be probably within the next week. I'm going to put up another post where you guys can leave your predictions for the Royal Rumble. And I will be reacting to those the week of the Rumble. Besides my predictions, I'm also going to try to do a podcast episode pretty much with myself and some other content creators where we'll be talking Royal Rumble as well. I'm trying to get that finalized, so I'll keep you guys up to date on that as well. But Hope you guys had an amazing rest of your night. Too sweet, hearty handshake. And I'll see you guys in the next stream, the next video. Deuces, and we are out, you guys.